So this is the part 1 of the lab, measuring the pressure with the sensor. So let's first open the software, the Data Studio, and choose Create an Experiment. So here, analog channel, and the name is called low pressure sensor. We double click it, and you have this icon, which is exactly what this one looks like. So the sensor is at the very end of this device, and we are going to connect this sensor to the tube, and this tube finally connect to the end of this cylinder. You can say you can finally pour some water into this cylinder, and with different height, you can measure the height or the depth with this ruler. For different height, it will apply different pressure to this sensor. So you can measure the function of pressure as a function of the depth. So let's first look at how to set up the software part. So you already choose the uh, pressure sensor. And what we do next, according to the lab manual, is to just drag this digit to it. So it shows you the pressure immediately. And it's nothing shows here because we still need to drag the data here. So it's still nothing. And the next step is to sampling option. So we should choose this as keep the data value only when commanded, because if you click the start, automatically it will record like every millisecond, but you are not doing that much. You only want to measure the pressure at a given depth, so you want to use this menu option. So you click OK, then OK. So oh sorry, I forgot, I should say before you select that, you should give a name to the variable. We are using depth, and the unit is meter, because there are only two variables, right? The depth and the pressure. So then you have a new data type. So what we do next is we want a table here. Drag a table to the pressure sensor. You have this table, and since we are interested in the function relation, we also drag this meter to the pressure. So you have two columns, right? One is the pressure and versus its corresponding depth. So let's do the experiment now. You can, oh, forgot to say, for this connection, you need always close it when it's vertical. Or when it's vertical like this, this is closed. If you rotate it 90 degrees, this is open. So be careful. Always set it closed if you want to measure that. So let's pour some water. Okay, that's enough. This is only a demonstration. And you should set the water to the value which is given in the lab menu. So this part, you should put it into the beaker so the water will not flood it on the table. And on the right hand side, you connect it to the connect it to the sensor. So it's quick connection. Okay, you can hear the sound. It's connected. For this part, you have to first connect this part and then open the lower controller. So now they have equivalent pressure, and you can click start here. So it gives you a measurement, 3.6 kilopar, right? And what you should do now is you should enter, or you should actually click keep, and it asks you to enter the height. So since our unit is a meter, so now look at this. It's 51 centimeter, right? But be careful. There are actually about 3 centimeters, which is below uh, this part. So you should always use the value measured here to minus 3 centimeter. That's the actual depth from the surface of the water to the place you are measuring the pressure. So our actual depth is 41 minus 3, that is 51 minus 3, that is 48. So you enter 48 here, click OK, and so it will show you the pressure. Next, you are going to release some water, right? It goes down, and then close it again. So this time, you can say it's already changed. You click here, keep, and what is the value here? It is 40, 43, yeah. And click OK. That is the value here. So you can see you already have a 40. Sorry, I should use centimeters. I should use meters. That's a correct unit. Right. 0.24. So you already see you have two columns of data. The red column is the depth. For a given depth, you have a given pressure, and you can do the next one. So always try to release some water a little bit and then close it. You can see, okay, record what is the number here, 41, and minus 3, that is 38. So you click keep, which means record the pressure data, and enters the depth. So you have another value. Then decrease the depth and open it. So now what is the value here? It is 38 minus 3, that's 35. So it should be 0.35. So I got a new value. Well, I should click keep. Well, it's the same. You can click OK, or you can enter here. Okay, that's the correct value. So in principle, I can do until there's nothing left in this cylinder. And remember, at the end of the experiment, you should always close the lower valve. And what we want to measure is the open air pressure, which is the pressure of the atmosphere. So this is disconnected from the tube. It's measuring the pressure. Wow, this is actually close to 0, right? It's negative. Maybe we need to zero it at the beginning, but we don't care that. We're only interested in the linear response. So this is the 0 depth. Well, you have all the data. You can now click stop. So what we should do next is to drag a graph here to the to this 2 columns of data. Well, drag the graph maybe to this icon. You have a pressure versus, look at here, This is time. This is not what we want. We want the pressure versus depth. So you should click it, choose the correct unit. Well, you can see this is almost a linear relation, right? Something unusual here. Actually, we should fit it. So choose fit and linear fit. We don't want this, I mean, this line between the points. So how to choose the data only? Disable the connected line. So, well, that looks very nice, like a very scientific report. You have your data points, or you can also change the data symbol into larger ones. And this is a linear fit. And that's the first part of experiment. Well, I used 10 minutes to do. And now we can move to the next.